Well, as South Africa celebrates 30 years of freedom and democracy, it is not all ululation in many corners of the country. The people of Embuzini Informal Settlement in Soweto are battling with access to basic services like many others in similar places. NPO organization Uzima South Africa, led by Carol Dyantyi, seeks to bridge the social justice gap for the people in that area through stakeholder partnerships and encouraging active citizenry. She joins us now to tell us more about the work of Uzima South Africa. Carol, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us, and happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The work continues even on Mother's Day.
It has to. It has to. I don't think we have much option but to continue, serving and saving lives as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly, try and locate where exactly Embuzini is in Soweto.
Okay, the Embuzini Informal Settlement is based in Orlando East, just next to Orlando Stadium, on the Klipspruit Valley Road. So as you travel to the famous Vilakazi Street, on your left-hand side, you'll see shacks, and those shacks has people staying in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's next to the riverbank, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Next to the riverbank, yes. Next to a railway,
Yes.
a railway line as well.
Yes.
By the way, I'm from Orlando East. I used to live in in Orlando East as well. I know the area very, very well.
Yeah.
And back in 1996, when I went to Kliptown Primary School, that area existed. That area was there.
I think it has been in existence. I stand to be corrected here for 30 to 40 years, because there are generations of people that have been staying in that informal settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for so many years, that area, the people that have come out of the area, children born in that area, became
True.
adults, and maybe some of them decided to locate and say that this is where my home is and this is where I'm going to continue to live. The plight of those people. Speak to us about that.
Yeah, I think, like in any other informal settlement area, is that there is a huge challenge. The social ills that the country is facing, you'll find each and every one of them at Embuzini. Like at the beginning of the year, we took about 100 children, to ECDs in Orlando West, because parents could not afford, paying, because there is hardly any school or any ECD in that area. So the families and children depend on going outside of Embuzini for school, for ECDs. But the challenges of the fact that young mothers could not afford taking their children to ECD centers. Some of them, like the Asha crèches, some of them would cost about 700 rands. And so what we did as an organization is that we actually negotiated, and very glad that the owners of the crèches actually came into the picture. The parents could only afford 250 rand for transport, but the drivers, we unexpectedly so came into the picture to help us out.
Yeah.
And so these are so unless help is there, unless somebody is there to guide the parents to say, we can negotiate, like we can be able to help you out, in as far as the education of your children is concerned. And one of the things, Danami, is in as far as we have challenge, teenage pregnancy, that is actually high, especially in an informal settlement like Embuzini. And children as young as 13, who get pregnant, and it is not because of the fact that a child who sexually active sometimes, promiscuous.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't promiscuous at all, but they're actually being forced because of the challenges that they face. Boys can come in because they have to go and pick up wood. They have to go and draw water, and sometimes the men who work at the industrial park would actually make them pay sexually, because they actually want to. So you'll find a 13-year-old being impregnated by a 26-year-old man because of, I needed sugar, or maybe I needed meal, I needed sanitary pads.
So sorry, it's the case of sex in exchange for something.
Absolutely.
Like almost like you use sex as a trading tool.
True. True, and which should not be allowed, you know. And so we need to empower the young girls to say, when you are faced, when you find yourself in such a situation, what then else do you do? Yeah. You know, so they also need to be empowered, you know.
Okay, yeah. So Carol, tell me then, how do we fix this, and how do we get those people out of that particular plight? As I told you that for me, it's been a couple of years now since I've even left school, and that area still exists. The plight still remain there, but they're right in the center of Soweto. There's so much development that is happening around them, but not developing that is not development that is benefiting them.
True. You know, the Premier's idea this year is ETISH, you know, which is township, informal settlements, hostels, and suburbs as well. So we are hoping that the Premier would actually come up with innovative ideas, you know, with solutions, because when we take them out of Embuzini or whatever informal settlement, they need to be placed somewhere. So do we have sufficient space to make sure, or maybe can that place be developed? You know, can it be developed? You know, are the people in the right space again? And the challenges would be, yes, we know that the people may have placed themselves for various reasons, but you know, I blame myself too, that when there were 500 shacks, we kept quiet. They became 1,000, and now they're 1,022. But this can actually be directed by government to say, but also what on innovative ways can government look into so that that place is developed, so that people can actually be able to live impactfully so in a safe space, especially for children as well.
Yeah.